Right, so welcome back to another video on this channel. West Ham United 0, Chelsea 1 at the London Stadium. We have come away from the London Stadium with a massive 3 points in our bid to get Champions League football for next season, in our bid to get top 4 come the end of the season. And yes, this is one of the massive hurdles we have got over and done with, because West Ham, of course, having a massive season under David Moyes. They're doing really well, even though they suffered a bit of a slip up last weekend against Newcastle in that 3-2 defeat. They're doing really well this season. And of course, going into this game, we were level on points and they actually had a better goal difference than us, I do believe. So nevertheless, it's a massive victory for us, because as I said, it moves us to 3 points clear of West Ham, 4 points clear of Liverpool, and I think like 5 clear of Spurs as well. And yeah, and once again, another massive win masterminded by Thomas Tuchel. And that's definitely not the first time we've won a massive game this season. I mean, it's Manchester City last weekend, the game against Spurs, Liverpool, both legs against Atletico Madrid. I could go on with the amount of big games and big results we've had since Thomas Tuchel arrived. He's only been here for like 4 months and it feels like a lot longer, I'm not going to lie, but nevertheless, a massive win tonight against West Ham. And yeah, I think we got everything spot on, I'm not going to lie. I thought the game management was absolutely spot on. I thought the tactics were absolutely incredible once again. And yeah, overall, it wasn't the best of watches, as usually is the case in Chelsea matches since Thomas Tuchel has come in. I won't deny that we're not the most entertaining team at all stages of the game, but nevertheless, we get the job done, and that's the most important thing, because at this moment in time, at this stage of the season, when we're going for top 4, the only thing that matters is results, and grinding out results when we very much need to. And in big games as well, West Ham a direct competitor with us for that top 4 position, so overall a huge win, no complaints whatsoever from my end. And yeah, overall I think we really dominated the game in terms of possession. We created a few chances here and there, especially in the first half before Timo Werner did get that goal, which we'll get onto in a minute. But yeah, the same story as it usually is for Chelsea in winning these big games, where we kind of dominate possession, control the game, and try and get like 1 or 2 really good moments to try and score a goal, which ended up doing today, because Timo Werner, of course, did get himself a goal. I thought it was really worked from him, first of all, to shift past his man, put it out to Ben Chilwell, and Chilwell, of course, puts it into the box, and a really cool finish from Timo Werner. We won't get into the miss he missed about 20 minutes later, because let's be honest, it was an absolute sitter, and it was definitely coming, because Timo Werner, as good as he has been since Thomas Tuchel's come in, and his overall build-up play, work rate off the ball, creating chances for us, I actually think he has our most goal contributions this season in all competitions, so he's definitely not a flop by any stretch of imagination. But yeah, he really should have been burying that chance, and to be fair, we all know he's missed a lot of sitters this season, and you're going to get that with Timo Werner, you really are. But of course today, it did not matter one bit in the outcome of the game, because his goal did of course separate the two sides. 1-0 victory in East London against West Ham, a massive victory, as I said, even though West Ham are missing some crucial players like Declan Rice, Mikel Antonio, Aaron Cresswell, Arthur Masuaku, etc. It's still a massive win, because West Ham, without those players, beat Leicester 3-2 as well. So you know what, it's a massive victory, as I keep saying, and a massive step and a massive barrier cleared in our bid to get top 4 come the end of the season, because we have a really tough run now. We have Fulham next weekend, of course we have Real Madrid in over 2 legs as well in between either side of those Fulham games. We still have to play Arsenal at home as well, Manchester City away, which is going to be a massively tough game, Leicester at home, and then of course Aston Villa away to finish off the Premier League season. So we do have a really tough run in, and to be honest, I would have been happy enough for the draw to a certain extent, but I just thought a win was absolutely crucial in this game, especially given the fact we have Manchester City in 2 weeks time, who are, let's be honest, probably going to be able to win the league against us, or near enough that time anyway. So they're going to be on the top of their game, they're going to be hungry to win that game to claim the Premier League title. So I'm not writing off that game, I'm just saying it's going to be really tough to win that game, so we might as well have given ourselves some breathing room with a massive win over West Ham, and of course shock relief, because we have of course done that by 1-0. And yeah, I have to admit, once again, as I said, I think it was quite a dull game overall, but I think that we managed the game perfectly, simply because West Ham are a team whose dangers lie in just flooding men forward like Jesse Lingard, Jared Bowen, and those kind of players, even Pablo Fornals and Thomas Tuchel, of course, who likes to arrive late into the box, and the wing backs as well, like Fredericks, and of course Soufal, who was playing right wing back again today. So overall, I think we dealt with West Ham's dangers going forward really well. We completely nulled Jesse Lingard, who's just been absolutely on form since he went to West Ham, and yeah, we nulled every single threat West Ham had. Really, they didn't really get to create many chances. Edouard Mendy, I can't really think of him having any real major saves to make in the whole game, which definitely says a lot about the defensive solidity we did have today, with Christensen, Silva and Rudiger performing really well. And yeah, in terms of West Ham's red card as well, don't get me wrong, in my verdict I completely disagree with it, simply because of the fact that it's really harsh, given the fact that he's trying to pull his leg out. It's a natural movement to stamp down on Chilwell like that for Balbuena, but I just think that in the modern day rules, especially with some of the red cards we've seen given in recent years, not less so than this season, I just think it is pretty much a red card. So first of all, I disagree with it, but I just think in the current rule book, the way it's going, I think it is a red card. And yeah, just a really good game from Chelsea overall, a really good performance, as I said, moves us into the top 4 4 now, ahead of West Ham by 3 points, so a massive, massive win. We go to Fulham next weekend after that massive game on, I think, Tuesday night against Real Madrid. I pray we get into the Champions League final, just to get one over Florentino Perez, if anything, because we all know how that prick has been acting with the European Super League. But nevertheless, we go on to Fulham next weekend. We have a massive, massive run, and we have to keep picking up points. We have to get over that safety line, you know, in the top 4, because it's just a necessity at this stage for Chelsea to be in the Champions League next season. And yeah, overall, once again, a really complete performance. And I actually wanted to say as well, I think that one of the main reasons why we nulled West Ham's threat so much was because of the strength of Rudiger Silva and Andreas Christensen in the back 3, but also because of N'Golo Kante and Jorginho in midfield. And obviously, it's massively bad that Mateo Kovacic is missing from injury for so long, because he's been an important player for us. He's such a good player in terms of the way we want to play. But in terms of this game, I think Kante and Jorginho was the perfect midfield duo, because they're so press resistant, the two of them, especially Kante, whose off the ball work is just absolutely world class, probably the best in the world in terms of his, you know, off the ball work. And Jorginho as well, who has the ability to, you know, predict a game and just run the game by his fingertips. And overall, I think the two of them were absolutely instrumental in the winning of this game. I think Werner, Pulisic and Mount once again ran their socks off. The three of them did really, really well in, you know, off the ball movement once again, and trying to actually hunt down in packs against these West Ham players. Ultimately, there's no complaints whatsoever from my end, because of course West Ham 0, Chelsea 1. The scoreline tells you everything you need to know, especially against a West Ham team who we've actually struggled against in recent years. You remember last season behind closed doors, you know, in Project Restart, when we lost 3-2 to that Yarmolenko last minute winner. We've had a really poor record against West Ham in recent years, especially away from home. So overall, definitely taking it. We've done the double over West Ham, and yeah, we move on to Real Madrid in the midweek, and then we move on to Fulham next weekend. So yeah, let's see what we can do. And yeah, so that will bring us to the end of this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, you know, it'd be massively appreciated. It helps me out more than you guys could ever imagine if you were to leave a like on this video. Also, if you could subscribe to the channel as well, that would be massively appreciated by myself, because we are looking to hit 1.6k subscribers, and we are actually closing in on it massively now. So please do hit that subscribe button. It means more than you guys could ever imagine once again, and I will see you guys in my next video. A massive win for Chelsea once again. Thanks for watching, and see ya.